This is going to be a movement to work on really loading my proximal bicep tendon and just my shoulder in general into some extension and then driving back out of it. This is specifically for someone who is a softball player and coming through that softball windup, where they're either starting here to generate the movement. So this is someone who really needs shoulder extension and control of that position. So I'm going to take a band and attach it up high. At home, typically just putting the band up over a door and closing it in the door with a big knot on the end to hold it there. Or if you have a pull-up bar at a gym, you can do the same thing up over a pull-up bar or top of a tall machine. Now with this one, I'll do it on my left arm. Typically I'm going to have the hand with the band, that leg's behind me. So I'll be in a staggered stance. And I want to think about trying to keep my chest up tall. So as that band goes back, if I'm a little stiff or a little bit painful, I'll want to compensate by letting my chest drop. So I want to make sure that nothing changes in my upper torso. So as I very slowly let that band take me into extension, I try and make sure I keep my chest up tall, and I try and keep a little bit of tension in my stomach so I'm not being pulled into this, right? So I suck my butt underneath me, nothing changes in my trunk, and I let myself get to that stretch, pinch, whatever I feel stops me, or just that's as far as my shoulder goes. And from here, I think about pulling a little bit more down towards the ground to suck my shoulder down. And then as I come forward, I go a little bit past my trunk, so I feel like I'm reaching my shoulder blade a little bit down and forward. I really want to control the going back motion, so I'll come down. I'm up nice and tall. I let this band take me back slow. I'm trying to avoid letting my shoulder blade tip this way, so that's where this upright position of my chest comes in. And I go just to where I feel like I either have tension, or just short of pain, or it's as far as my shoulder's okay with. If I feel like this puts a lot of pressure on my elbow, I can bend my elbow slightly, but very slight. I don't want to come into anything like this. And then same thing, I'm going to drive more down towards the ground first, and then a little bit forward. So just so you can see the motion from behind me, typically if I have someone with periscapular weakness, I'll see as they come back through here a lot of prominence of their shoulder blade, because this is pulling their shoulder blade back. Now as they come from this position forward, I want to think about, once I get here, this little bit of a down and forward motion, right? I'm kind of coming through and reaching forward and down towards the ground to suck my scapula down against my rib cage. So it's a really nice motion to load that proximal bicep into a stretch and then generate some force coming out of it.